Hello guys, how's it going? Just hopping on here to share a little bit about what's been going on with Moderna stock. I thought it would be a pretty cool share. Um, and I was just really observing Moderna, and I'm just surprised how back in 2021 we actually ended up rallying, as you guys can see here, this huge rally that Moderna did back in 2021. Obviously, back when COVID was going on, and there was a big rush to push this vaccine out for the COVID-19 vaccine, and Moderna being one of those companies to succeed in that. Obviously, a lot of money being invested into Moderna, and also the hype that followed up behind it, causing the stock to absolutely rally to near $500 a share. As you guys can see here, peaked at 497 with 49 cents a share. Pretty insane considering the fact that back in 2019, 2020, it was trading at roughly $25 a share. So just a percentage increase like that is insane. But fast forward to today, since 2021, obviously when Moderna had that success and released that vaccine, peaked at 497 a share. And as you guys can see, or if you guys can't tell already, just a steady, obviously an aggressive sell off at the beginning, but other than that, consolidating around 110, 120 a share, which is a pretty aggressive sell off. Like I said, it was trading around 497 a share, where it peaked at, dropping down to let's see. Well, yeah, this is actually where it peaked at, where I drew this line, and it actually ended up dropping, let's see guys, over $350, now trading well, where it consolidated at 120, 130 a share. And I'll go ahead and draw another line just so you guys can see where exactly it is what exactly it is that I'm talking about. Consolidating right here, you guys can see here, kind of bounced here multiple times, and then this year 2023, all it has been doing has just been steady selling off from, where was it at highs at the beginning of the year, trading at around near $200 a share, now rallying down to $62 a share, which is insane, guys. I mean, I not too long ago it was trading at around 120, 110, and then just absolutely broke this support, retested it, and then just absolutely dropped, which is pretty crazy, right? Considering the fact that it was really trading at those high numbers, but obviously after hype dies down, and when a stock peaks like that, there's obviously going to be a lot of selling going on. Um, it's really unfortunate for the people that got caught up at that price. And it's just so surprising to see that it's now trading at $76 a share. Recently peaked down to 62.55 after it did not beat earnings for the third quarter. Fourth quarter earnings are still left to be released by the end of this year. But it's just really surprising. I'm not sure if they'll be released by the end of this year or the beginning of next, but quarter four earnings are still remaining. There are four quarterly earning reports. Two of them Moderna did beat, and the recent one it just released did not, which is what caused the stock to tank from 70 down to 62.55 a share, now pushing up at 76. And I just want to give my insight on what I think would happen. Not exactly what I think would happen, but kind of what could possibly be expected. As you guys can see here, still trading below this strong moving average. As you guys can see, each time it peaks, it just gets rejected. Obviously, it would be really nice to see Moderna possibly break above that $80 share price and possibly rally higher, right? I mean, as you guys can see, it drops, right? Consolidates, pushes a little bit, and then just drops. Consolidates, pushes a little bit, and then just drops. Consolidates a little bit, and then just drops. But now we're seeing quite a better formation on the stock, right? From in between 62, 65 support, now at 70, 75 a share. So it would be really nice to see it continue that reversal. Obviously, there's no big like confirmation on, oh, it's about to reverse, the stock is about to reverse, right? There's still a lot of things that could go wrong, right? Even though a stock is so badly beat up, I've made the mistake multiple times where I see a stock that's really badly beat up, and I'm like, oh, just because it's super duper cheap, I can go ahead and just buy a whole bunch of shares and just sell at the reversal, right? But obviously you got to look at the bigger picture. COVID vaccine sales for Moderna have been declining sharply as there is less demand, and they are purchasing less raw materials and basically just reducing their infrastructure for their manufacturing. So basically they're just producing less, and followed by the uh by less demand. um just it wouldn't really surprise me to see Moderna at down below 65, down below 70, 65, $60 a share, maybe even hit the $50 territory. Would be really surprising, and it would be really unfortunate for obviously people who held long term. But you got to respect the direction, whether it's the market's direction or the stock price's direction. Obviously, there's times where the market rallies and other stocks sell off. So in this case, we're looking at Moderna direction, clearly very bearish, very strong to the downside. And right before I head out with this video, and I just want to give one more share. Well, as you guys can see here, like I said, big support at that 120, as you guys can see right here, just holding very nice. And then as soon as we broke below, kind of consolidated at that 120, 110 mark. I'll go ahead and draw one more line right here. And then let's see. Boom, just consolidated right there. And then look at that immediate break below that $100 share price. After testing it multiple times, obviously the more it tested, the more it tested, the more it tested, the more it tried, but it didn't really give much, right? Those last few pushes were very weak. Break below, and then just a nice sell off down to that lows of 62.55. Now having a nice bounce, obviously consolidating a little bit. Another support right here at 67, 65, 67. Obviously, like I said, would be nice to see the stock rally maybe past $100 a share again. But obviously wouldn't surprise me at all to see it test that 67 and possibly break and head lower. So just one of those stocks that provides really good opportunity when it's when it's been selling off or beat down. It's just one of those stocks that provides good opportunity. But right now, Moderna is just on a really a thin rope or thin line, however you say it. But just one more thing that I wanted to share before I leave you guys on the next one. I kind of just wanted to talk a little bit about what the activity that's been going on with Moderna. So over here, there was a little article released, and it kind of talked about the heavyweight investors that you may say. And there's about 20% of these heavyweight investors leaning bullish, which basically means that they're leaning towards Moderna price going up. And then about 80% of those heavyweight investors are leaning are bearish still, so are expecting it lower. So there's about totaling let's see among these notable options, 7 are puts, totaling $805,000 to the downside. 3 are calls amounting to $373 to the upside. And as you guys can see here on the call option activity, meaning expecting price to go up, put option activity expecting price to go down. There's a lot more activity going on with the put option activity. So more money being allocated towards the downside, meaning there is more money being betted against Moderna, right? So even heavyweight investors are still expecting Moderna stock to drop, which obviously just would not surprise me at all. But like I said, I wouldn't even be surprised if it just ends up bouncing and rallying up to $100 a share. I've seen Moderna act strong before, but this is just one of those sell-offs that where it just looks really, really weak. And let's be honest, the stock is extremely beat down from $497 a share now down to $76 a share. Just an insane beat down. But anyways, I'll leave you guys on the next one. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. And will be nice to follow up with this stock. I just thought it would be a cool share. Moderna being one of those monsters. Back when COVID hit, and now just seeing it get beat down like this is crazy. But anyways, not surprising at all. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.